real effect of we always use fuel wey government dey subsidize. You need compare to them big industries where they consume that volume. Good afternoon. I just say all the fast, eh? It's very difficult for pass that kind of message there. Most of the things that will happen in the world would they feel like directly from the pump. Directly, and no government give a hide from that. And I want to take this opportunity for make some clarification today. One, most of we want the top of fair price, we say crude oil barrel. It don't barrel don't go down by 10 dollars or barrel don't increase by this amount. For we Sierra Leone, we're not able to get a refined rate. Now, we're never get to crude oil. They import everything. Even the crude oil, the cost of the refined product, 55% are crude oil. So if the opposite happen, the crude oil decrease, say 10%, or it don't increase by 10%, you don't go get a proportionate calculation. When then goods they come from Geneva, from Kuwait, from Saudi Arabia, from the Gulf region, until Canada, the port of Sierra Leone, they will determine the landed cost of that product. And that product, the pump price at the owner, the good owner buys for every day, 50% or more than 60%. Now the cost of the refined product before we can get all the OMC there, how much they pay for pay the transporters, how much they pay the dealers there, how much they pay for operations. We call them full pass through. Government for compensate them. And what did happen just now? Minister they compare the period of COVID and this period. This sector na sector we get long history for adaptability. We dey adapt. But COVID period, the difference is at that time the entire global economy was shut down, no movement, and the trade activities were also shrink. We don't get activities then. So price, the demand and supply for shrink also. The effect of that now in 2021, 2022, when the world economy begin to open, the prices they begin to shoot up. This one, it was immediately, it was instant. As a hit, it affect the entire world. As a ministry, the trade and industry and the authority, they go finally will now see no what we don't do so far in this sector. So let these few days no can disrupt the entire achievement. Akisilona host, my boss called me, Balwa, there is one who na Cambia, Karago na Guinea, Karago na Mali. So Akita said, Minister, as you have done a good job, if there's one who fair, many we are having lowest fair price in the country. And for the fact that it is coming from the terminal, I think say they don't pay government taxes. So for the past 2-3 years, we will get the lowest fair price within the region. That is very important. Before this time also, we will get challenge for product availability. The highest time we get product in this country now between 7 and 10 days. When I read today a top of product sufficiency in excess of 50 days, I think a big achievement for both the ministry and the authority. We're not clap for people do here. So if we don't confront ourselves today with this kind of uncertainty and instability, a threat to the sector, the first thing is, the two ministries, the Minister of Trade and the Minister of Finance, Namela is between them. This person want to protect in revenue, this person want to protect in industry, in sector, in consumers. So it's not easy between them. So both of them are working in the interest of Sierra Leone. We consume 1.5 million liters per day. A country only produce fuel. With the 1.1, we don't graduate to 1.3, now 1.5 per month. We do in excess of 40,000 metric tons monthly between petrol and diesel. So that means the impact of international crisis, not only federal, but the import effect. Any time we add price, now import to the importer crisis from the Middle East. So that's the challenge. So what we do as a government, we make sure say what to do. Get things that are exogenous factors, with the outside control. Storage, the ministry and the authority will expand storage. Now we get 126,000 metric tons, it don't go to 285,000 metric tons capacity. And as I'm talking to you, we get application at the table to the minister and myself. We OMC are looking for export to Guinea, to Mali. That they show the sign of economic expansion before this thing can happen to you. So, and they will tell them say before you do that export, make sure say Sierra Leone get enough petroleum product. And I also want for Ashowuda, with pricing formula in our website. Now one of the most transparent pricing formula we can the whole world. World Bank be do 111 countries when they compare with Sierra Leone. People they will go talk this, they will go talk that. Our pricing formula, when they hide them, is very transparent. Most of the things they say that are recovery, for protect the young industry who will get. And as it is now, the oil market company look at the working capital, what they get. The amount 2 weeks ago, they buy 10,000 metric tons. Today, if we sell, if we not move, if we left at 28.5, we sell and do, they can only buy 6,000 metric tons. We can sell, go buy 4,000. So by the time we into 8 weeks, nobody don't go replenish the product. Then what we don't do back, because we get frequent replenishment, and the Minister of Information talk about market speculation. If the first they're going to tell me now, first one buy 10,000 metric ton for 10,000 liters for carrying or for Poloko. They say no, they give 5,000 because the man will say they draw down considerably. But now they all know say they get large parcel, they get large quantity. So nobody do ration. You go for 10,000 liters, then they say you. So this sector we don't do very well. This shock. Our appeal is let's work together and listen to the authorities. Go to the Minister of Trade, Minister of Finance, Minister of Information, or NPRA for now the correct information. Thank you.
Very much. Let us say, can we let it talk about the Omai? Because like we like to generally talk, it's very difficult for rule these days of the new media. For first thing, Joseph Momo and type. Where they can you want make phone call and free the car. When I go to like no secret, you talk about yourself. But nowadays, once I dey go up like I meet somebody to my affairs station, almost gather people that they just talk. Look, the barrel price don't go down, but this government not responsible. If I not be my old man, I just put close after time. Because we are so illiterate in this thing where they do. It is not just about barrel price. You dey just compare pump price as against barrel price. Many other factors responsible. But you think you're a champion. Because you hold small mic, people that they bear you. Salon, now I can't where people that clap for even thief man. So even when you lie, people they admire you, they bear you. Because we don't make ourselves vulnerable. And that is why the president very deliberate with human capital development. Time they can, no house no go there. We know we get a graduate. So I didn't achieve on graduate today. One who achieved on something, and one good person go school. Now you know they happen. Because then thing and how they try. Thank you very much, Director General. Government preparedness don't dey. Shortage no dey. Market speculation very positive. So when they say what I go say something, what I can name it. The story they don't expand now. But what did they happen now? They take away on ideas. Now war, nobody no plan for it. Even America and your economy itself is being disturbed. This year they may be. All man is over right now. And nobody no one let this thing prolong. But let us listen to the government. This is not government where they engage. This is not government where prioritize the citizens' welfare. But when some man not get nothing ahead, when picking papa they work go na tom. They say, Papa, send for me helicopter. No man they can do. At this point, we want to bring a social analyst, a journalist for them just get a bite before we turn the mic to on.
Okay. Um, Good afternoon, everybody. So for starts, I want to commend the Ministry of Information and Civic Education for get a media person at the panel. I think that's a step forward, having a media perspective on national issue. That's one step forward in the right direction. Especially me being a woman, even though March na month for woman, but I know I'm here as a media person. So for me, it's no secret on how the increase in pump price they affect the common man at our marketplaces. Like how the Minister of Trade they say we have our own goods what we manufacture in the country, like we have onion and all of that. And that gets me to the point as to what are we doing about pricing regulation? Maybe that is the problem because sometimes you say we have these things, but when you go down to the market, they see the impact to wetin una dey say to wetin dey happen na two different things. Whether people are taking advantage of the situation that wetin go up, we self can just skyrocket, the prices. That is up to the ministry again for work on that one day. And another thing again, what I want for draw we all attention to that the issue of shock is not something new. And this is not something that we should not be expecting because it has been happening frequently. We don't get the COVID-19, we don't get the Ebola, we don't get the Russia and Ukraine threats. So I think government should be preparing, to be proactive instead of being reactive. Let us look for solution. Let we look, for instance, if we are producing onion, why can't we have onion for like 6 months? Where go deal with we before something like this? I mean, temporarily, we know so get for import, but we can have goods that can take us to 6 months and make sure say people where they sell in the market, not skyrocket the price, where the layman. Sometimes I can tell people say where fuel go up, but it man not a problem. In for increase price no more. Not to say get for affect in anyway. So what do we do about that? What do we do in putting things in place for make sure say, okay, this is what is happening and it's very frequent. So let we put this and this in place so that if even this happen in that 1 or 3 or 4 months, we can able for stabilize prices. And then before the layman go understand. And minister also mentioned say they don't they stabilize this even though before even the war starts or before waiting the happen so start. But how can I understand if you don't educate me? So all wetin people know is that how can the increase on fuel be just like that immediately, just when we get 2 to 3 days when this war starts? So those are some of the concerns for we wey dey go na communities, and as a media person, these are the questions people dey ask. Why can't we have something in place that the Ministry of Finance can put in place? Now the senior economists, they say they are doing something about it now. So why didn't you do something about it before? Because these are not new happenings, and we'll continue to see this. It's not again in our control. But however, wetin dey now we control as a country, now how we dey prepare ahead. That is in our own control. We no go say we dey continue for control am, like how things dey go, and we just dey pray to God say this go end. But that immediate temporal step wey we dey take for at least where we go prepare the common man in mind say this is what is happening and this might happen. I think we forget that window so that people can prepare and say, okay, maybe because of what dey happen, things no go up it, but maybe after 1-2 weeks, we will expect price for go up. But that shock, you just wake up one morning, you go to the market and you begin for buy things, where they buy 500 leons, you begin buy 1,000. Is that even fair to the consumers? So for me, these are some of the things we should be thinking about. What is happening is not in our control as a country, because this is not global something, but we should also not forget that some of the things happening, we can actually cushion it if we prepare ahead, because that is surely in our control to prepare ahead. So for me, Mr. Minister, not a secret, say people really they suffer, and when you go down to the marketplaces, whether we get onion, but people will say, okay, fuel price don't go up. And indeed, because people get for also pay transport for go up line, we get the toll gates. That one they save now, another one. So everything, fuel now a political commodity, like everything connected. When you see fuel go up, every other thing they go up. So we should also be educating people. It's not just about waking up one morning and telling them, say, okay, fuel price don't go up. We have to explain to them ahead. So until waiting the happen now, where people is shock and all of that, it can, we're able to cut them down. But as a media person and as a woman, where they're going to market every day, this is something the government really needs to work on. And the government need to understand, say, this not to something we don't happen for the very first time, and we expect them for be very proactive and not being reactive. Not always something happen when I take action, but you should take action ahead so that waiting they happen. So at least I'm not going to say no will get negative effect on us, but it go cut them down small.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, the one the bias. The fourth estate, the club. Sense. Now for able to deliver services to him people at a reasonable cost. Or if you pull away in that space, then now profit maximization. But what happen, this government don't they engage the people. Yes, if we make profits, but not at the expense of our people in the situation. We dey ensure say we balance am. So that is what we are doing. And collectively, now make we dey do this, we dey bring everybody for let we understand the intricacies, for let we understand the effort when government they make. The TRT report I'll always reference say there was too much civic ignorance. A lot of the things wey dey happen around people, they not be understand. His Excellency the President deliberately a great Ministry of Information and Civic Education for let we open up, let people know. And that is why we all there today. Or else we will not just left and everybody they speculate. Everybody they speculate. But for bring these people, now this panel, now for let we all understand as a country that this they happen. Now this we they expect for each week, but the government they make a own plan. We all know they pray for let that situation continue because Iran is determined and they just continue for cause problem. Pass when I part them. If we are not part we, anybody when I'm that man, you know in body, I they extend this thing to you. So we best bet like where the Pope talk, now for let everything end, not to without win. Because we were there, we don't it's nothing, we don't check. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want let we give una the opportunity. Now when a question they go respond to now. Everybody prepare. Eh, Anybody will not clap for me, they talk. Okay. But you know for talk. If one, I dey take from the woman. Then I first one, a woman, the first I take. 2, 3, 4, 5. The first 5 don't go. Then 2 women.
Good afternoon. So me own question I will ask with all this fuel crisis and the economic where they go on. I don't know why the government no go add per government workers in salary. Because some man in salary alone where they spend in transportation alone where they spend for go work. Now almost in salary. So with this fuel crisis, I suggest that the government for add per workers in salaries.
Good afternoon. Too, and I am from ICTV Channel 29. So, Mr. Minister of Trade, we have been made to understand that Guinea has not skyrocketed with their fuel prices. And week Tuesday, Foreign Minister made us also understand that Guinea is in countries. We are why is it that our own fuel prices have skyrocketed so much that you cannot even enter public transportation without people communicating that fuel long go up or this government here they need it right. So if you people also mention that you have a specific infrastructured fuel pricing levi that you have in place, are you still going to follow that infrastructured levi, or is the government going to reduce the subsidies in order to what shall I say, satisfy the masses?
Number 3. Is the third person. Huh? Number 3. Hey.
Yes. My name is Mahmoud Silla from the Nature newspaper and Silla I Watch online. The question they go to the chief economist and that of the Minister of Trade. Chief economist, he say government the plan now for an emergency plan. We go able for address this situation. When we go begin to see the effect of this emergency plan where government they prepare now. Mr. Minister, you say we get enough food, rice for 5 to 6 months, flour 4 to 5 months, around that. Which assurance we go give the people of Sierra Leone the price waiting at the market now? If I go, it will change. Now changes at the meat. Which assurance we go give it? Because we'll get enough now the store. Which assurance we go give it regarding that?
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. My name is Alhaji Gillen from Civil Society Movement. First and foremost, I want to commend Una for way Una able to keep the economy stabilized. Because one of the things them over the years we will find out is that a lot of people then they grumble because the dollar business, as you see, normally go up. Everything changes. But my first question, they go to the Director General. Mr. Director General, sir, over the years, the fuel price can come down and it can go back. It can go up back. But during the festive season, we not see anything like that. But when the global crisis come, we still the price don't go up back. Now, if the global crisis stable, this assurance you go give we say this crisis then go come down back. Because now that's not one of the things that we can always look at. My second questions go to the Minister of Trade. Mr. Minister, sir, this how we they beg you, sir. Call all you business people then, sir. Do you let them increase price for we? This is not the only month of Ramadan. One for see things there, one for enjoy. We don't want for begin see and then they go up. Because when you see petrol business don't they so, as you reach now then shop then so no more, you go see them don't fix price. If something 100 loans, then go don't put 150 loans. So dear Mr. Minister, one for beg you, sir, call you business people them, talk to them, say the poor man them, they beg them, let them not increase price.
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Mina Alfonso, the chairman CSO Consortium on Petroleum. Well, firstly, the way how NPRA manages this issue, it can critical. Waiting be done they happen before now, and I'm glad the Ministry of Finance did. When we can only speculate, director they ensure say throughout the country, then do proper public education. Because before now, when they adjust fuel price, you go this year the strike, then this year the strike. But from when it been begin down there, before price they go up, they don't they understand now this happen, now this happen, because based on which journalists they say, not just they shock people them. But by then, PRA no, we don't get boku office all side. No, we don't get a put slow corner, don't get a corner. Now then budget so expand for their own self expansion. So I believe say Ministry of Finance will provide that support. Because this pricing formula people they misinterpret so. It's very, very simple. When you go on the website today, we now one way participate with Dr. Elsin Akura Kam for can review with the World Bank support each and every item we will explain them. And like where Balwa talk, now the people that they benefit. You get like ocean loss within the formula. People can ask waiting at ocean loss. If you take fuel common in Russia, the temperature within they maybe na winter term. Say the Canada Senegal, say the Canada Mali, when na then dry season, the quantity not they be the same. If you compensate so the benefit, that's how they count the fuel. Government they sell fuel, but government they buy fuel. So that public education are all lacking. And so I make it beaucoup misinformation there. So moi appeal the minister there, finance there so. Before we adjust price, they could be done they do. Look, a lot of public education. So when once the prices are adjusted, the misinformation, it not go beaucoup with the disinformation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The first set of we don't get the first set of 5 questions. When they respond, we'll come back. Yeah. I want to have plenty. Thank you, because some of the questions what they ask, not just for ourselves, but for let other people understand. So we'll listen, let them profile answers to this 4 set of 5 questions. I think the trade minister, the economist, and the director general. We start with the minister.
Thank you. Let me also thank the questions they will ask so far. I mean, there is a general feeling on lack of education or public information or whatever. I don't think that the thing. The thing is, we don't tend for politicize even with public education. If we choose for believe or to one believe and choose for road to wiry, it gets tendency to produce some of them here. Because like I shall not say, on a weekly basis, you go to what they call NPR hour, where then they bring information to the public and all about what's in the happen. And there is also a difference between the role of government and the role of businessman there. Government not to we the import. Government not to we the sell. Government will just create the environment for the one who they import, make them able to sell, they make them profit, but may they not overcharge the public, let the public sector get access to the commodities there. The first thing for so they do now for create the environment, let the commodities then they. We don't try for do. On price regulation, I can bet for the last 2 years now, one of the longest stretch, this country don't get what prices are really stable. For over a long period, prices then comparatively very, very stable. When last to line for petrol and fuel? Let's just be honest. Let's be honest. Then last year, we dropped petrol price to 2 or 3 times. Last year, we dropped her. But we didn't forget that then where the tension can or where pressure then at the negative side, with the fetch for good, we dropped petrol price on 2 occasions last year. And you go so the color what did they get? Again, more been drop the price. Nobody don't ask if government prepare for the shock because price don't go down. The case why the bill here is it's also they happen the same way. Not to say government not prepare. We are fully prepared. I talk now and say before Ramadan, I had a meeting with all the importers there for make sure so we get everything. That's and this thing not begin to no. If you look at the price, from January, 9 price begin up. February price go up. We hold on. We watch the market. We engage. You know the grab number you can't increase price. No, we engage. We engage the OMCs. We engage as government. We look at the bigger picture before we even agree. Also, we can start. If we don't begin long until we'll not just grab overnight. We do. And even where we anticipate the short, but where they anticipate say price they go up, we'll not agree and hold the fear. Fear be still later than they said until we go agree say na so una for sell. Now that irresponsible government they do. Now that we don't do. We know they make and they told the price then at the international market. Within the shortest possible time, we also try for reflect on the local market. Whether it go down or it go up, now that would try for. But this, because we know say it there for the long haul, we take 10. We not rush because we get for the meet and one part the commitment they will make. The key players there, Ministry of Trade, Ministry of Finance, the OMCs, and whether they bring fair, you know what they say. We they meet on a weekly basis for now. Every week we they meet. Now we agree for disagree for make sure say it's sure we'll take now the interest of Sierra Leoneans there. We they try very hard. Some country there, as you say, they don't even get the fuel safe. We don't try it there, but we go do MCs them for make sure say they're not on at a loss, but they not overcharge. We go fet down there, we agree pan down there. On I make a general respond on price control. Again, we develop what they call the pricing formula. The pricing formula would identify components were involved for price any commodity. You identify them from the table importer, how much you pay for importer, what in the total for transporter, all under we include them. We do under for most essential commodities. We make sure say then stable. The private sector, the more they go import, what they buy, now ain't for determine based on the money we get, how much quantity it go buy at any point in time before governments can. Ideally, Then stronger economy, they win a fragile economy, you can go to they call reserve stocks. Then I will get enough money, you go buy, then you reserve and all. You keep them for the do thing like this, they happen. You understand? But we in a fragile economy, we not get that kind of money for able keep. I also want to emphasize in the region Guinea. The young lady will ask say Guinea will fear don't dare pass Guinea, you know. Guinea they ask we for me to import petrol to Gui as I talk to you. So I get up to 2 or 3 applications from Guinea and Mali for me to import and petroleum product there to Sierra Leone. If it's been too expensive than them, they're not before can do them. You can go check online, you go see those facts. On
Thank you, Mr. Minister.
on easing the burden, just 1 second. Easing the burden. Government they continue for watch the situation. They go get some say we they look at various alternatives then because if you reach certain level, it's difficult for low able absorber. So government they look at various alternatives there. You know, for see how we go address where it can come. For now, as I say, we monitor, we watch the market, and we make sure say they meet all the players then consistently. I mean, we are a resilient people. We don't show over the years. And we continue for appeal as a government to all Sierra Leoneans and say this, not to normal times, not to we bring war under. If this one not be, they will not consider today they talk now. Not to bring under. Now because it didn't consider the talk. If you say they far, but they affect you now. So they appeal for patience, they appeal for understanding, say this not to normal times, and that this, we don't know who stay the done. Again, for affect a number of things. Then, but we'll take the primary responsibility as a government for make sure say we protect the welfare of Sierra Leoneans. May they not overcharge we, they not pay above the price we're supposed to pay.
Okay, thank you
Make
very
that
much,
commitment.
Mr. Minister. We take from the chief economist.
Thank you very much, Mr. Modito. I combined few questions. The one we say why we not get stocks, and the other one we say why we not add salary. And Alfonso in question say for support NPRA. So I will start from the question. Will they support NPRA for this sensitization all the time? Ask the DG there so, and I promise you we will do the same back anytime we make request. So that don't know. Government for stock goods. Yes, that I agree with that observation. They're very correct. For we keep reserves. As I said, the Minister of Finance very, very proactive. Before this thing happened, he already been on move, engage partners. He already don't secure millions of US dollars. I know they call the exact amounts now. But that money they will be thinking so could do fail and the rest other essential commodities. But now that the fail issue not become paramount, I should say we deploy all those resources on the fail and actually try for bringing more. Government don't be done doing before. When problems, the Bank of Salon establish a some credit line where they give people money, the importers and for the import basic goods and come. We're going to do the same thing for we're going to bring sufficient quantity of fuel in the country. Ahead of that, government will not put the worker fine bosses, right? I hope say the price they remain the same, despite we feel price go up. Una way they use them, right? I hope say the price are the same. It don't go up. Okay, all right. That's another issue we'll try for address. Either adding more bosses or we subsidize the worker fine bosses. But I hope so that they talk not true. We'll find out. So then a part of the plan, we say if we not get plan, then a part of the plan how one for respond to this crisis. But I just want to know, say, government get beaucoup expenditure items the way they spend on. As they speak, I don't know how many of you know say the electricity way they're gonna is subsidized. Between January to February, we don't pay $35 million to EDSA subsidy. Then we get for pay another 20 and another 20 before they are done. Just for give an amount for Leonardo. The agricultural sector is subsidized. Government is subsidized the farmers and provide inputs. Of course, we know say the education sector is subsidized, right? The school quality education is all about subsidy, school fee subsidy, examination fees, you name it, everything. So they were all cost a lot of money. Governments right now, they feed school picking them, over 800,000 of them under the school feeding program. It costs a lot of money. One school picking at 30 US cents for feeder per day for 1 meal. So just multiply by that number. So when government they do all that kind of things from the same resource. So if we go back, even the fuel, not to say not for subsidize them, but subsidy, you forget 2 elements. It's not bad at all, but the issue is it get to be affordable. Because anytime we then give something free, now from other side they take up. The resources where government gets, you only finite. Not to say it just they unlimited. So if government subsidize fuel today, they go stop for free school picking them, they go stop for pay school fee subsidy, they go stop for buy drugs, they go drop a lot of things there. Let we examine the trade-off, whether we want to do that or we stay with where we are.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bangura. So, Director General, yes.
Thanks so much, Honorable Minister. I'm happy when you bring Mrs. Takana today. At least let us get one voice with the ginger way. But I commend you, Madam Jalo. When we talk about preparedness, now we can talk about exogenous factors. Things like the kind heightened volatility will be get. Even though they start the war, they only expect say we start with this inside this mess. They never expect that. Right now, even the allies and they don't disown themselves. This man say, I will give you a no kaya. They go say no calamity territory. So everything they in disarray globally. That are the fact. So not a small economy like this, we'll go still prepare for that kind of instability. So the one that what they will to control, and the minister don't outline so don't achieve so far. If this thing not be happen, allergy yield the tobot. If the price go down, if we go put them down, we are on record. Go check over 8 times. Price don't come on 10 leons, you don't come 9 leons. We don't come on 9 leons, we don't go 8.5. We don't come on 8.5, we don't go 7 leons. We don't come on 22 leons, we don't go 20 leons. We don't go on 28.5, we don't go 28. Go check our profile. So this is very transparent government. So all our government them, when price go down, they use our money for do some other development, but they give back. The president will tell you say, give back the benefit to the consumers. And I show you say, when this thing stabilize back, price go down. This minister has a bit so hey boss, will you put the price down? I want to commend Mr. Alfonso Mali, Chairman Petroleum Consortium, for advocating on behalf of the authority to both the Minister of Trade and Minister of Finance. And this will not be audit issue. It will not be audit issue 2022-2023. If World Bank don't raise concern, say the sector they do very well, but we need to communicate properly. So thank you, sir, for the approval on the Minister of.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I think two things where I will add voice back is the comparison between we and Guinea. If we feel they are past Guinea, now for the small booker. But the main idea, now they put fuel smuggle into Guinea. With all the challenges for let somebody smuggle, it is this smuggle fear from here means we are better off. Secondly, public engagement, public communications, the is your problem. I always say the people trust CSOs. When something happen, the CSO they explain to them. This is the only country. Every politician is a suspect. Even if you say 2 times 2 now 4, people don't trust you because just because you're a politician. But if CSO tell and say 2 times 2 now 8, they say yes, are true. Them are the ain't lying. Now they talk for we. So that's why I believe in engaging the civil society in public communication because people trust them. I don't say they're correct too, but when we bring them, we make them part of the third voice. I'll always tell even the media, if you bring me to talk, bring the opposition talk, let a neutral person really say whether they talk the truth. True empirical figures. But not for just guy with me, opposition can lie. Back I can't talk. The people don't know whether they talk true. We don't pride ourselves on providing credible public interest information. Left to somebody for choose what you want to believe in. 3 questions I will wrap up today. 1, 2, 3. 2 lady. No, I don't pick her. Wow, okay. Oh. Why Mike Bell the guy go Siriana? You know Kenya. When I know you Michael. Now start here. We start 1. I know the talk. No, I mean the chairman, not the chairman.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Ibrahim Sarasisi, Voice of Salon Radio. Minister of Trade. Probably you raise on them a concern about the things all the produce in the country. Before the field they come up so far, we go to the markets. The onions, the abas within the producer, it been 450 leons, it go to 700 leons instantly. Done yes before the month of Ramadan, we go to the market. Then I will take a look at also the Maggi where they sell 60 leons, it go 100 leons. So looking at it all, taking a look at which way the produce now, in more dear than 3. How far on I don't go for stabilize the price? A question. Still to the trade minister, we don't see traders and the more na the trade, and we don't hear about sewa ground. And still the sewa ground, we not see anything yet about traders. How, when, and how we go expect sewa ground for open?
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name na Fatmata Mohamed Bangura from New Age newspaper. My question to Director General of NPRA. I want to know if we una not can keep fuel as reserve. We go able for sustain we at least 3 to 6 months. Because let me ask this question. The last time where Ukraine and Russia get were within the same period, the week. In fact, we everything increased because of the fuel crisis. And now presently we find out say the Middle East self gets the same thing. And it don't affect we really won't even reach a wicket. So now that make us ask if we not can get fuel as reserve.
You know.
Good afternoon, everybody. Alima Tukabu from Vantage Newspaper and Maintain Online TV. My question is over to you, Mr. Minister Balua. You made mention that
Minister Balua,
sorry,
Director General.
Director General, sorry, very fast.
Okay. We can understand.
You mentioned expanding storage to 42 days. How confident are you that this reserve can handle sudden international crises or supply chain disruption? Another one is, how can the country promises stable fuel prices when 60% of the cost depends on import, according to your statement? Thank you.
Maybe. No, Mike. And I'm the last person. When I make you call me nothing. Okay, yes. No, give Mike.
A big lad talk now.
I would give
All
Mike.
right, okay. Me actually, thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Minister, the Trade Minister, we economist, and Mr. Director General. Quick one, me not a question. Really big on stats here. I go like the Trade Minister re-echo back. They talk about we reserve in what diesel, and I not get the one way talk about petrol. I think diesel is say we'll get 43 days reserve, and I don't know if you can re-echo that back. Then Balua also talk about we are using 1.5. I don't know if I got that right. Billion of liters a day. Maybe if you go over the stats, then they back, it will help we better for communicate. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So bring the mic. No, I'm body question. I know like. Bring the mic. Bring the mic. Yeah. Minister of Trade.
Mike, let's just go straight to you. For the pumpable stock petrol, we're going to take away for 54 days. Diesel, 43 days. Jet A1, Dana fuel with them plane and they use 49 days. Then fuel oil Dana for the industry, then it will take we for 30 days. On the price of fuel, on the price of onions, that is not correct. Not to, as the war begin, they increase price from 450 to 700. Prior to first month, I get, as a general practice, every time the country will get big events, first month, Lent, Christmas, Friday, anytime they get big event there. Apart from the fact, say, on a routine basis, every 2 weeks, we take stock in the country. We always want to wait in the every 2 weeks a day. But also they engage businesses and for no waiting there, if anything they get for trigger price, how they manage it. If something the trigger price, waiting at the specific components and how the trigger price, because we don't identify all things. If fuel price no go up, foreign exchange not change, the importation cost not change, what make you want change price? We know they do that. We engage Pandande, the prices then fixed, the prices then stable, especially for onions. But I go follow up back. On several grounds, ideally, we are the beneficiary, but not we are the contractor, not we constructor. You go find out say na NASIT, and they don't do and president, they don't go open. And a good question, and they under pressure from the constituency, the traders there. Even last week, I get a group we come on inside on a House Street. We come to me, they find out what thing that happened about that. I will engage my colleague, minister of labor, for love try for, because street trading is a major thing, and in the Hamburg, the economy. But we need for fair market for outside the trades, as they say, because they see street trading, and they see people and they go, even the right of way. When are the government for pass pipe? Now the government for pass cable. People and they build it, they do business, they done they illegal, they not correct, you know. Road, now for pass. Market, now for sale. But the question well noted, I will engage my colleague minister on that. We will push for a little opener as soon as we can.
Okay, this means sister away the first. The name again. Huh? I got to take it full name. Yeah, 1 day, something 1 day, not now. You say 42 days where the minister talk about for product sufficiency. How that they go, how go use that for stabilize, if we get shock, if we forget externalities. I want to tell you, say, sometimes if finally you know, say, come out, they go, you will be grateful to God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We'll be 7 days, we'll be 10 days, now we'll be 42 days. My sister, before they go, I will show one document. Nigeria, when our big brother, then whether they refine product, that they Dangote, the oil Dangote they produce, only 40%, now they consume Nigeria. They use data, the statistics we then get 32.9 days for petrol, 30.8 days for diesel. If we don't go to 42 days, we don't try. But the ideal situation for a regulator point of view, now 90 days. Now we want. I hope we'll get there one day. To my brother Mike, for last clarify, last year we consumed about 550 million liters at Sierra Leone. So on average, now 1.5 million liters per day. Then the third question on strategic reserve, the Minister of Trade, we go in a cabinet for level get strategic stock. We don't get the space. We don't get 10,000. Then I have to say that a very huge jump we don't achieve for us. 10,000 metric tons. We look for investors that they can bring product and store. We go there for purely for reserve on behalf of government and for mitigate external shocks. Thank you.
Was there any question for you, Mr. Bangura? Thank you very much for our presence today. We all don't understand, say, the crisis when it happened at the Gulf region get huge economic impact, and it cause global shock. It increase fear price, it will cause inflation, boku other thing when a problem for any economy, even government budget. That crisis here now, they put pressure on our government budget. We all don't see the demands. Somebody say when I increase salary, revenue versus expenditure. Now the headache. Now they give the Ministry of Finance now. Inside this money they come out for let increase the revenue, the salary. But in an ideal situation, for let the impact of what they happen, the people they not feel them, let they able retain now then kind of measures. But inside the money they come out. You have for raise revenue, they plan for spend them. Some of these things where they happen, not to say government don't get preparedness. They don't explain lengthily. Usa will be there when we talk about national reserve and the efforts we don't make and waiting day now. Where they say in 43 days, even if that problem continue 43 days, fear is still there. Beyond that, we not go get. So plans are there. DG said the ideal situation now 90 days reserve for day. But in reality, now that left with it now. Government they make effort, yes. If you get any problem, you don't want any information, meet the authorities. When crisis like this happen, an unfortunate opportunity, let us not look at from any political lens. Let us be nationalistic and patriotic. That is enshrined in our 1991 Constitution. That is for be patriotic, nationalistic, and loyal to this country. For love to protect the sovereignty. Not misinform people them if it's in a political gain they make. We responsibility now for bring stakeholders and let them provide the right information for una. Until we meet again. Mina Bokari Abdel Aziz, the Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education. I tell una plenty thank you for the audience I give you for listening to this one. Thank you very much.
Surprise on the mix.
We look for the news with the around. Log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Stars them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hey, yeah, hey. Our voices come. Hey, yeah, hey. Credibility, now we ability. News, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. Human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like a nigga we fly. Liberty TV day before. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, voices down. Hi yeah. The news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He call on me, count to me anyhow. You speak free and fairly.